Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, good to see you again. I'm glad to have you back. Your support is appreciated much more than you know. I just want to thank all the subscribers so far. And the comments, they really mean a lot and they help me to move forward and inspire me to want to continue doing this work. As you probably may be aware, over the past 2 days, there was another needless shooting at some facility in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where children were involved. And as I just asked that we all join together and in sending out positive vibes and prayers and vibrations to the family members and the children who are in the process of entering their next dimension. Okay, if we could take a moment and do that. While I was meditating this morning during prayer, I did receive a message about this very situation, and Source had asked me to uh, try to inspire or pass along the message, I should say, to all light workers and chosen ones at the moment who are basically living blissfully silent. It's time for us to get moving. That means all of us. It means putting our back behind our words. Okay, so it's either basically shit or get off the pot. You got to walk the walk, talk the talk. If you're going to do this type of work, then we have to get out there and do it, and that means making ourselves visible, our voices visible, our disdain visible with these things that are going on. When we sit complicitly and allow treacherous things to go on, we are just as responsible for these things that happen. We have to be the change that we want to see. We want a better world. We have to put our back behind it. And what Source needs all of us to understand, particularly Lightworkers Chosen Starseeds, is that this is not a game. We really need to get it together. We really need to start combining our efforts, joining with our soul families and our soul tribes to start raising the vibration. This is not a fad. This is not about religion. This is about spirituality and the realities of spirituality when you live in a spiritual world, such as we do. So again, Source wanted me to use that incident to wake people up. This nonsense of people getting killed needlessly with guns because guns are in the hands of criminals and are being so easily awarded to people, it's absolutely scary and it's unnecessary. We don't need all these weapons on the street. We don't need people arbitrarily killing other people because they were conditioned to do so or to believe that other people are bad or worse than them or for whatever reason that they do it. And a lot of that stuff stems from what we were taught. But as adults, we are responsible for our own behaviors and what we do. So we do have a choice. And Source wants us to know that we have a choice. We can move this path forward on a positive note and, you know, continue into the world that we would love to see before us, or we could just stay stagnant, you know. And there are many who have already ascended into the fifth dimension from the third. So I mean, and basically, when we say ascended into the fifth dimension from the third, it's not a physical plane of any form of the word. It is a state of mind, a state of being conscious of our behaviors, being conscious of how we speak to others, keeping things in check. And it's not easy. It's easier said than done. Learning to change old behaviors is going to be one of the toughest things you're ever going to have to do. Trust me on that one. As I've probably mentioned in prior videos, I've had extreme issues with being angry, due to past situations in life that I didn't understand. And as I came across spirituality and I developed a closer relationship with the divine, I learned to understand that all those things that happened in my past were for a reason. They had a purpose. They made me who I am today. And the same thing goes for anybody who's watching this. Anyone, especially, light workers, star seeds, chosen ones, and the like, you know, don't have easy lives because we have a mission. And the lives that we have encountered were to make us strong and to make us into the beings that we are today so that we're able to go out there and be the forefront of this new adventure. We have the strength to do it. God placed it in each and every one of us. But are you going to answer the call? That's the question. And I prayed over this, and I'm hoping that this message gets to those who need to hear it, specifically those who have been sitting on the sidelines now for way too long. Please, please get further in touch with the divine if you're serious about this journey. Delve deeper into your meditation, figure out what your divine mission is, and start doing it. And you can just start anywhere. It doesn't have to be anything major, you know. All it takes is one step and courage, knowing that you are being placed on a path and you have a job to do. And you do have the ability to do it. If you have this sensation and the feeling of your gut that's telling you this, you know, don't dismiss it. And if people are going to call you delusional for believing in something, ask them the question: would they call a person who is a Christian or a Muslim delusional for believing in a higher power? You know, I, if I was to discuss this situation right now with everybody at the situation that I'm at spiritually, and they call me delusional, I ask them. I said, delusional is a person who thinks that they could turn the sky black. I'm totally aware that I don't have the ability to do that, which I'm sure none of us do. So, therefore, if you think that believing in a higher power or a spiritual path is delusional, that's fine. That's your choice. You know, God only invites, doesn't force. He gives us nudges, and if we don't respond, we don't respond. That's fine. But then we can't expect things to change if we do nothing. So, again, this message is specifically for those who have been sitting on the sidelines. It's time for you to start, getting your caboose in gear. Divine wants you to start doing what you need to do. And we all need to work together. That includes myself and everyone else out there. You know, I can't do this alone. We can't do this alone, but together we got this. Okay, I want to thank everyone for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.